Hi, this is Kate from Izzalicious Designs, and today I'm going to show you how to make Katy Perry. Somebody asked me for Katy Perry, so here we go. This is her with her purple hair and her little neon green outfit. And that's the way we're going to do it. My daughter's very disappointed that I didn't do her as she is in Raw, but I think we'll leave that for another tutorial when we do Tarzan and Jane. Alright, we're going to start with her hair, and that's going to be purple. We're double banding, which means you take two bands and you place them on the pegs together. The pegs are going to be facing towards you. The arrow is facing towards you. If you don't have an arrow, it's the open part of the peg, and the configuration of the loom is an offset configuration. So columns 1 and 3 are slightly lower than column 2. Let's get started. As I said, we're double banding, and we're using purple for her hair, we're using a neon green for her outfit, flesh tone for her skin. I'm using 2 of the mini e-beads for her eyes. I'm now moving to the skin tone. Push things down. Okay, across these 3 pegs we're going to take a single band and stretch it as a crossover band, and then we're going to just go between these 2 pegs here with a single band, twist it once, twice and 3 times, and that is going to stop the eyes from popping to the back of the figure. I'm going to thread my eyes onto my 2.75 crochet dude hook. You can use a metal threader, you can use floss, whatever you happen to have, and we thread our beads. If you don't have beads, you can use bands. You could take a band and wrap it round your hook 4 times, and then do the same to another band and slide those onto a flesh tone band. Let's pop this band on between these 2 pegs here and lift this top part of the band up so it acts as a crossover band between these 3 pegs. We're going to use 3 bands for her neck. The neck is usually quite a flimsy area, and you don't want the head sort of flopping all over the place. So 2 bands again for shoulders. Like that. Let's get rid of the cat hair. 2 neon bands here, the green neon, for her straps to her top. 2 skin tone and another 2 skin tone, and then we're going to get some green here ready for us. Oops. 2 green and 2 green. We're going to put some green going across from here to here, but what I'd like to do first is put another pair of skin tone there. Now take another 2 green, and we're going to go from here up to here. Oops, I had 3 from here to here, like that. 2 more skin tone. Okay, and then we move into her skirt. So 2 of the neon green. A bit twisted on themselves. Oops. There we go. One more pair here. What I'm going to do is put a pair from here to here, and from here to here. I'm going to put an end cap on this middle one. Take a single band, wrap it around your hook once and twice, and then just slide that onto the peg like so. Let's do a couple of crossover bands. We're going to take a single green and stretch it across these three here. Take a single green, twist, stretch it, loop it, and we'll put that from here to here. With a flesh tone, we'll do the same. Stretch it, figure 8, loop it on itself, and then across here we'll do a single. We will not loop it, it will just go across like that. We're going to put some skin tone for her legs. Please remember, if I'm going too fast for you, slow me down, pause me, rewind me, restart me, mute me. You have complete control of the video, alright? And it's what you need to do. To do her arms, take a single flesh tone band, wrap it once and twice, and we slide it onto a pair of skin tone and reclaim the end of our bands. The same again, we need 5 pairs. This is number 2. Reclaim the end. This is number 3. Number 4. And number 5. We're going to place that on her shoulder, just here. Let's do the same for the other side. Single band, wrap it once and twice. That's our end cap. It goes on the very end. We need 5 pairs. So here's our first pair that we slide that end cap onto and reclaim. 2 bands, slide them on and reclaim. 2 bands, this is number 3, and reclaim. Number 4 and reclaim, and our last pair, number 5, and reclaim. That will go on this shoulder here. Now for her shoes, we're going to use neon green. Take 2 bands, put your hook through, wrap once and twice. Take another 2 bands, slip your hook through, and we'll slide those on and reclaim the end of our bands. Push that first set down, grab 2 green bands, wrap once and twice, and now we're going to slide those onto 2 skin tone bands. Sort of a bit jellyish, so they're difficult to move. Spread them out so they sort of even up a bit. Now this first set, we're going to take the first 2 pair here, slip them off the hook and onto the flesh tone bands, and then we're going to swap sides with our flesh tone band. Okay, so we've now got this side on, and we're going to take that up and over like that. Then we're going to reclaim the end of our bands, angle the shoe and pop it on the end of her leg like that. Let's do the same for the other side. 2, wrap once and twice, slide onto 2 and reclaim. That's our first set. Take another 2, wrap once and twice, and we're sliding onto a pair of flesh tone, skin tone. Take your first set and these 2 first bands, slip up and over onto the flesh tone bands, swap sides with your hook and move these ones up and over and reclaim your bands. Angle the foot the other way and it will pop on this leg. so. We need to do a little extension here for her skirt. So take a single green band, wrap it once and twice, and take a pair of green and slide on. And another pair of green. And slide on. And one more pair of green and slide on. Reclaim the end. Now this set here on our hook is just going to go, I'm sorry, it's where we've got the green, we've got the middle part here, we're going to go above to here. Okay, so it's just where those flesh tone bands are in the middle. There. Push your hook through the end cap, and that is going to go the peg below. So you've still got this peg here, which is green but has nothing on it. Okay, let's do that again on the other side. Single, wrap once and twice, slide onto a pair and another pair and one more pair. Stretch it out. Again, it's going to go on the peg where you've got the skin tone and green at the waist, and then the crossover band, or not crossover band, the end cap, you poke your hook through, it's going to just go the peg below. So those little skirt extensions just go here. Alright, we have her hair we need to do. Now for her hair I've used, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pair to do her hair like that. Take a single, wrap it once and twice. And this is where we start to use our pairs. Slide that onto a pair and reclaim. All you're doing is a chain. It's a chain with two bands, so I think that's called a double chain, isn't it? You can do it on your loom if you have an extra loom, or you can do it before you make your figure. I just prefer to do it on my hook. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, we're on 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now I'm going to do something a bit different. Keep this down here. Take another a double band, wrap it once and twice. Think of yourself as doing a shoe. Place a pair of purple on, slide these on. And you're only sliding those two you just wrapped around. Move your first set up. The two that are closest to the end of the hook, take up and over. Swap places on your hook with the other side of those two bands. It's just like doing a shoe. Move these ones up and over. You now have your right angle, you see, like that. So it looks like it's got this sort of little top notch here, and we're going to place that right here on top of her head. So we're ready to loop up everything. As you can see, we've got our crossover bands, we've got feet, we've got arms, crossover bands, arms, eyes. We're good to go. Dig down, find the two skin tone bands and loop up. Now we're going to go here under the crossover band, end cap, grab the 2 top green bands and bring them over. We need to push this down. There we go. Bring those 2 bands over to here. Let's push this down while we're at it as well. Give ourselves some room. Dig down past the end cap, grab the 2 top bands and pull over. Now we're going to take the little bit of bubble skirt, what have I got here? There we go, off the loom and hold it out to the side. Dig down and find those green bits, bits, and loop them up. Dig down and find the bottom 2 and loop up. Now we can replace the extension for the skirt. There we go, happy with that. Alright, let's take this side off and we'll try not to do a repeat performance. Hold it out to the side, loop these 2 up, dig down, find the bottom 2 green bands, loop up, put your hook through, so make sure you've got all 4 loops, and we will put that back on the peg here. Dig down and find the 2 skin tone and loop up. Loop up, I only got 1 then, let's find the other. There it is, sneaky little thing. Tried to escape. Now, I'm going to put a green end cap here. And the reason I'm going to is because otherwise it sort of pulls the chest apart a bit when I loop these middle ones up. So single band, wrap twice on there. Oops, and I'm going to pop that here on her sternum. I'm going to dig down and I'm going to find the 2 top green bands and loop them up to the arm. I'm going to do the same for the other side and loop up to the arm like that. Okay, and then dig down past that end cap and grab the 2 bottom skin tone and loop up. Now let's do these sides here. We'll do the arms across to the throat. Very important to do the arms, otherwise if you forget it and you take it off your loom, your arms fall off. It's not a good look, it makes looming very difficult. Dig down, you're finding 3 skin tone bands and looping up. Find the 2 on the top here and loop to the side, loop to the other side and loop the middle up. We're doing the skin and then the hair. Up the centre. Now we do one side. It's going to get a bit crowded on here, so push it down. And the other side. Now take 2 purple bands. I'm going to push your hook down the middle and out through the side here. Grab the 2 purple bands and pull back through. You want those purple bands on the outside of this peg here. Alright. Now the other thing that you want to do is have this through the centre here, so that your band is on the back side there. So reclaim the end of your bands here. So you've got all 4 of them on. Take the 2 closest to you up and off and pull tight. You want the knot where you've tied off to be behind this. Alright, let's take her off the loom. And you see how that end cap we put here sort of acts as the middle part of the bikini of her top to join them both together. See, there's madness to my method. Okay, let's take that over there. Stretch out her little dress a bit. I like to pull the arms up and out just to release those bands. Stretch her face into shape. I've got a crossover band that is a bit loose, which is always a shame because different bands have different stretchability, I guess, and this one is just, you can see it's just a bit loose. I'm sort of loath to cut it off though. There we go, we'll have it like that. Now, there's her hair. What I'm going to do with this tie-off band is just make this thicker. So I'm going to take it and twist it, and I'm just going to keep on twisting it around her hair. I suppose I've done it about 6 times, haven't I? And then when I finally let go, it's still tight around her hair, like that. If you feel that this crossover band is too loose, and yours might not be, you can just sort of grab it from the back here and pull it yeah, this one's just a bit loose. I wonder if it's just one that I've used before in a different figure, and as I've taken it apart it's just lost its shape a little bit. Usually that doesn't happen, but there we go. And there we have Katy Perry. Now on my other one I have a little green bracelet on her wrist, because apparently that's what she has. I have the 6-year-old guru telling me. So there we have Katy Perry and Katy Perry. The only thing I've done differently on this one, I put, Izzy insisted that I put glitter in her eyes, so with a silver Sharpie I drew some eyeballs on. But there you go, there is Katy Perry. Hope you enjoy making her. Take care.